Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So this is part 2 of how to stand out as a Frontend Engineer. So you should learn data structures, for example linked lists and trees. You should learn algorithms like breadth first search, depth first search, they are quite a mouthful, quick sort, merge sort, binary search. There are lots of categories, lots of algorithms that you can learn and know when to use them, and this is mostly helpful for your software engineering skills and for interviews. Front-end engineers do not use them as often, so it's not that you are going to learn them and use them at your day-to-day job. It is more likely to help you to stand out, because you will have knowledge that many front-end engineers do not possess. Also, you should learn how terminal works. You should learn some commands like ls, which means list, change directory, which is the cd. You should learn grep, how to use regex, how there are lots of operating system related topics around that. Like you can even learn how semaphores work, how barriers work, how fork works. There are lots of topics, but I'm only saying that you have to know how terminal works, because you might need to use it, so you should know. And this brings me to my next topic, which is Git and version control, because if you are a software engineer, it doesn't matter if you're a front-end, if you're a back-end, if you're a software engineer and you write code, you have to deploy it somewhere. You have to push it to somewhere. So you will use either GitHub, GitLab, Gitbucket, you will use something. So you either will push the code through the graphical user interface or from WebStorm or VS Code, or you will use a terminal. So this is why I'm telling you to know how a terminal works, because it will help you with lots of topics. It's not just being able to create a folder through terminal. And after that, you should know how HTTP, TCP, how the UDP works. There are lots of topics around networks, but I'm not saying to go deep and learn like OSPF and RIP. You should learn HTTP because you're building websites, and Chrome uses HTTP and TCP, so you have to know that. You have to understand how they work, and if you want to go a bit extreme, you can learn like how a three-way handshake works. There are lots of topics, but you have to at least know the fundamentals, so it will be easier for you to understand some topics that you might encounter in your day-to-day job. Last but not least, you should learn how transistors and compilers work. It's a bit out of the front-end area, but it's good for you to know. A bit of assembly, a bit of logical gates, they are good for you to stand out. They are not needed, of course, in your day-to-day job, but they are good for you. So this was the video. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.